Breaking weather news where we are monitoring a flash flood emergency that's just been issued for Honolulu County in Hawaii. This is for the northern edge of Oahu and for catastrophic flooding that's already been observed at that. Road access has been cut off in the northern part of the island with rainfall rates that have been coming down anywhere from 1 to 3 inches per hour. Emergency management on the scene reported life-threatening flash flooding that was ongoing across northern Oahu. And as I mentioned, road access has been cut off with widespread flooding of roadways as well as some of the low-lying areas. You're seeing some of those reports that are already coming in. There are still going to be additional bands of some heavy rainfall that are going to be moving in from the southwest, and that's expected to redevelop over the area. So this in turn could lead to renewed rises in water levels and even worsening flood conditions. There's also an alert. Lake Wilson continues to slowly rise, so that could further exacerbate downstream flooding. Again, this is a flash flood emergency that is going to run until 5 o'clock Hawaiian time. So that flash flood emergency could lead to some catastrophic flooding. This, Marissa, is a life-threatening situation.
Yeah, I think keeping an eye on this and remembering this isn't the first round of rain that these islands have had to deal with. We're coming out of what was a rather intense Kona Low, which brought the moisture that brought heavy rain already. This is another round that we're seeing come through. So the ground is quite saturated. You mentioned the rainfall rates, 1 to 3 inches per hour is quite significant. That's quite tropical. And so when you don't get that relief, and remembering too, Kona winds come from a different direction than the typical trade wind. So that switch up, we're bringing this moisture and often into areas more so on the leeward side that aren't often getting that influx of moisture and
look at this.
weather.
Look at this flood report that we're coming in. It's showing that flood signs are not even visible. So that just goes to show you the level of the flooding that we are talking about. And if you are under this flash flood emergency, now is the time to move to higher ground because it is such a life-threatening situation.
Yeah, I mean, if you imagine, right, we said 1 foot of rain has already fallen, but you're talking about topography playing a role. You're talking about water that adds up very quickly, given the fact that we've had so much of it. So with roads being cut off, how many people, Matthew, did we figure out are in this? So we're trying to figure out how many people are included in this. It is on the northern side of Oahu, it looks like, and that's where people are being cut off to try to get to more southerly portions of the island. But yeah, low-lying areas are going to be most vulnerable to all of that water.
You can see that radar on rewind too, all that heavy rain that continued to push over that area, indicated by some of the brighter colors there. The thing too is that this is also still when it's dark. The sun hasn't risen yet, so you're not going to be able to see anything if you are out. So now is the time to make sure you're at higher ground. You also have the threat for some rocks, some mudslides, and associated with this as well. We'll
try to get more visuals to it. It's also very early. It's just after 3 o'clock in the morning for local time. So we don't have any light to shine on this. Quite literally, that makes it more dangerous. Not to mention, we're not done with the rain. Obviously, as you mentioned, Melanie, we have that southwesterly flow continuing to pump in the rain. So until that stops, we're very much so in this. So a flash flood emergency recently issued for portions of Oahu, the northern portion of Oahu in Hawaii.